clownin'. Turn a frown upside down and ain't seen you around town and did you dip down and just a year disappear. Been living in fear, have another beer. Saddest clown in a circus right here. Saddest clown in a circus right here.
Clown Motel Vacancies, Daddy, like other Millspictures Studios films, is a micro-budget production. That means we have to do as much as possible for as little as possible and keep it cheap and affordable. We do our own sound, our own costumes, our own lighting, everything we can. We even do custom sets. Now, Jason is the brains behind the operation. He's the creative guy who writes the scripts, comes up with the ideas. Basically, all these movies are his projects, and he gets help from people. Lucky for Jason, my partner Frida and I have our own furniture shop, and we have tons of tools and materials and studio space that we can use to make awesome sets for his movies. Today, we're gonna make a bangin' motel room set for Clown Motel Vacancies right here in the studio, and you can check it out. First off, I'm Stefan, also known as nrthsound. I met Jason through music videos, way back, and eventually I went from acting in some films,
drop the gun,
to doing some custom theme songs, to holding a boomstick, to finding warehouse space, and finally building sets with my partner Frida from the warehouse for our company Full Circle Furniture. Yeah, we run a furniture shop. We're f***ing crazy, we do way too much stuff. Anyways, figuring out how to build and set up for a set involves balancing a few important factors. First and most important is that we always remain realistic about the resources we have at our disposal. It doesn't matter what you picture in your head. You might have this idea to have this giant castle, beautiful car, but guess what? If you can't afford to do it, it's not worth it. The next thing that we have to factor in is figuring out what Jason's vision is and how he is planning to shoot the scene and what it looks like in his head and how we can capture as much of his vision as possible. Me and Frida can't see inside his head. Neither can the makeup people, neither can, the actors, right? So we have to try to imagine his vision and capture it, but still working with what we have. And that sometimes is tough because he sees things in his head a certain way. But if it doesn't fit the vision that the director has, well then, that was a waste of time. Lastly, we get to impart our own vision, which involves building a consistent feel and atmosphere that creates cohesion between scenes and sets. We like to have our own style too, a certain style in our furniture, and we want to see that style in the sets. And we want to see that style match with the vision for the movie. So for something like this clown movie, everything works and falls perfectly into place because we know Jason wants a gritty, rundown, small town vibe. And that happens to work perfect with the mid-century vintage furniture and decor in our shop. So for our motel scene, it's a perfect match to build a funky and retro hotel room that blends bold clown colors with a creepy vibe of deteriorating infrastructure. So where do we start? The work on the motel started when Frida and I found a pink flamingo at the dollar store. It's a watering can, but that gave us our starting point because that has a really cool vibe, Pink Flamingo Hotel. We didn't find out till after that there's actually already a Pink Flamingo Hotel in the Vancouver area. So next we got to work on deciding what would be in that room. Jason had his ideas already. He wanted a bed, he wanted nightstands, he wanted a chair, he needed a TV stand. Those things are important because those things are necessary for the scene. So we got to then work around how do we get those things, acquire them and build them or whatever. We decided we were gonna build a bed from scratch. Why not? It's a fun idea and we can actually sell it after, right? And if it works really good, then we can make a bunch of beds and sell them. So first I came up with a design for a bed that would be easy and affordable to manufacture ourselves in our studio and match what Jason sees in his head. Wait till you see the bed when it's done, because Frida adds a really cool touch to it.
Come around. Open water, algae underneath. Submerging the water, can't stop when the body's moving. She's sitting on funny business. I wish you would come around. She's sitting on funny business. I wish you would come around. Yeah.
As for the hotel room itself, one thing that's necessary is a window. So we're gonna make a window frame. And that window frame is literally gonna be a wooden frame that hangs on the wall with a curtain draped over it and a light behind it. We don't need a real window. That's the beauty of film. Sometimes you can have something just outside of the camera's vision that shows you this is completely fake. That window, completely fake. So while I finished this window frame, Frida worked on a wicked headboard for the bed in the motel. You'll see how it all looks when it comes together at the end. It's a Friday night and we're finally gonna see our hard work pay off. Shit, I just about fell. So now we're gonna take this empty space and make it into the coolest motel room you ever saw. Anyways, let's make it happen! No, that's all that's gonna be. And now it's gonna be time lapse. Come on. Okay, let's do it.
Ooh, they been clowning, turn a frown upside down and ain't seen you around town and dip down and as the year disappear, been living in fear, have another beer. Saddest clown in a circus right here. Saddest clown in a circus right here.
Fill in the room with deadly balloons. Get close to me, boom, boom, evil scented perfume. No facial expression, this is a bad game of poker. I'm a two-faced bad man, robbing you like the Joker. You might call me crazy, premeditated plans daily. Kill a clown who's shady, the name John Wayne Gacy. The nighttime be falling, the circus has its calling. It's too appalling, even devils reject Tapman Spalding.
Take a drink in any size, in a pipes like Pennywise. Pen is death, spare a dime, crusty burger working overtime. Ronald creeping in the ball.
As you can see, building a set involves a lot of creative decision making, and that means a lot of debating, a lot of arguing. There might even be some wrestling. In fact, I think Jason wanted to kick my ass a couple times.
You better kill me, or I'm gonna.
Full disclosure, I don't know if he can. Let's not find out. He's got a couple years on me. That means he's probably wiser. Maybe not tougher, but wiser and faster. Anyway, point is, it can be fun. Crazy.
Saddest clown in a circus right here.
Quit clowning around, I'm from under the underground. Pull little Georgie down in the sewer where he can't be found. Evil thoughts always the plot, oh no.
As we go, Jason is kind of feeding us his ideas about how he's gonna shoot it. We all might have a disagreement on what piece goes where or what piece we should use. But in the end, we kind of come to a compromise, and that is hopefully the middle ground that works best for everybody.
Poison pale, don't they know innocence dies first in every fairy tale? Deborah killed a kid and Grimaldi was miserable. Murder and intrigue, this mischief, terrible. Prop devils up in the spotlight when all logic fails. Tell the audience it's fine.
Just kind
wine
of
when the juice is gone.
Going with the flow and putting pieces together. But it sure looks crazy when you watch it after and see that we move all this shit around like 1,000 times.
Oh my god.
Ooh, they been clowning, turn a frown upside down and ain't seen you around town and
We have our set.
Welcome to the Flamingo Hotel. Who would have thought this was a store like an hour ago? Now it is an old, geeky, tropical 80s theme hotel that someone can get murdered in. How cool is that? Cool. There you have it. Hopefully that's a fun insight into how we build sets. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Or if you didn't learn anything, maybe you can teach us something instead.
Saddest clown in a circus right here.
If If you're interested in watching more of these videos, I've got another one coming soon on how I made the theme song for the movie. We're in studio with Abby, Fibs. I'll show like a in-depth kind of walkthrough on how I get an idea for a song, how we write the song, how we record the song, how we make it what it is.
If you are a Christian and your children want to listen, you best know
Stay tuned for that in the future. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Saddest clown in a circus right here.
Quit clowning around. I'm from under the underground. Pull little Georgie down in the sewer where he can't be found. Evil thoughts.
Jason, you get those angles and I'll get the good angles.
That's what she said.
That's what, okay. That was a good one.